Hey guys, MC here, back again with another video here. Today I bring you the Age of the Primes, Aerialbots, Air Raid and Slingshot. I was able to find these guys locally at my local Target slash Walmarts. I don't remember where I got them from. Just because they've been popping off pretty hot and heavy around these parts. If you've been checking out my shorts, I've been seeing the new waves come out. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to do these two together since they're similar in form and function. And I can't wait to complete Superion down the road and show off how cool he is when he's all combined together. So yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty here and check out some of the boxes. We're going to start with Air Raid here. I just found this guy today at my local Walmart. They had two of these in stock. They just redid all the shelving and the aisles for the new Transformers figs. So I was lucky to find this guy when I did. So yeah, let's check this packaging out. Pretty cool. I like the windows that are back again. The packaging is really sleek, really well done. There you got some of the 13 primes there. You got the back here. He is one of 5. Side shot there of Superion, looking pretty fresh. So yeah, and then taking a look at Slingshot here. Nice photo here of Mr. Orange Head. I do like the feel of this Transformer. Another shot of the 13 primes. Back shot again, 2 of 5. Words and gibberish. Another shot of Superion there. Just a tease. I can't wait for him to be finished finally. So yeah, let's take a look at Air Raid first. And here he is, packaged in robot mode. Nice small little figure, nothing too crazy. Accessory wise, doesn't come with too much. He does include his 2 weapons, 2 blasters there. I'm sure they are effects compatible. I don't have any on me to plug them in. And also his little winglets come off, the ones in the back of his legs. You could use them as handheld tomahawks, daggers, whatever you want. But yeah, just a regular 5mm port, and it just plugged right into his hand. So you can throw them around, I guess, or make them act like a boomerang. But other than that, you can just store them on the back of his legs for the vehicle mode. Just like that. But yeah, let's check a look at his head sculpt here. Pretty nicely picked out. I do like the blue for his eyes, the chrome dome there. Overall, a nice head sculpt. It is on a little bit of a ball joint. He can move up about that far. Actually, he can move up a little bit further just because of the transformation. He can look up that far up, and then about that far down. Nothing crazy. The arms can reach about that far, 90-degree bend there. He can do a 360. Both arms can. He does have a little bit of a waist articulation. To be careful, the backpack does get in the way sometimes. No ab crunch. Legs can go out that far. Can go in about 90 degrees. If you remove the back wing plate here, it'll probably go a little further. It does have a mid-knee rotation, or mid-leg rotation here. And a toe can go about that far sideways. And he can do splits if you want him to do splits. He does them pretty well. I don't know why you do that, but you can have that functionality. But yeah, overall a nice looking robot. So yeah, let us get into transformation. And he's pretty simple. One of the simpler ones, I say. There's no really bad way to do it. So first off, we're going to go with his head. We're going to just spin it around. And then his arms. His fists are just going to tuck into the inside there. Do that for the other side. And then basically they're ready. Tab here, tab there. Just going to close it on in. Make sure to just straight out, just like that. Just like that. And there we have his torso pretty much ready. Next step will be the legs. Nothing too crazy here. Kind of a nice cool little hinge. Pull that out on both sides until you're left with this. You can combine them together if you like to bend this at the hinge here. There's another hinge on the inside. It'll fold in. I like to do it just like this, one at a time. Nothing crazy. Mine are kind of stiff as I just opened them up not too long ago. So bring this up. This is going to slot right into there. There's a tab right there. Just like that. And then same for the other side. Just bring it on that double hinge. And bring that down. And it'll be snug as a bug in the rug there. Bring the winglets down. And then for the feet, we'll hold off for now. We're going to focus on the top here. Wings here. You got a notch there. You're just going to bring this down. And it's going to just softly peg into place. It's not going to snap it or anything. And then do the same thing for the other side. And then the cockpit here. There's a hinge here. We're going to bring up. And then you put the face. It's going to slide in right in there. And then these two tabs are going to go inside there. Just like that. So you have that function right there. And then just put these back into place. And we'll tab this in slowly here. Next thing, these feet you're going to bring in, snap into that. And it's going to snap into the bottom here. Just like that. And then the rest of the leg, you're just going to line it up and get it inside there, just like that. Same first for the other side. Bring this down, snap that in. Snap that in and snap that in just like that. And then just line everything back up. And then bring the winglets around. And then before we forget, the weapons can store in a couple of different spots. Obviously the one under the wing is the main spot there. You can also put them on these ports here. They will hold them just fine. So you kind of give them little feet shooters. Or twist them backwards so you can shoot from the back. But I like to put them on the winglets here just because it satisfies my OCD. Alright, so put those there. And then he does have a little bit of a wheel up front on the Autobot crest here. You just want to grab the little tab here and pull, if it lets you, just like that. And you have a little wheel built in right there. So that's kind of a cool feature. And then there you go. He's all transformed into his jet mode. I don't have the paperwork that makes him go into the leg mode. I'm assuming it'll come with Silverbolt down the line. So we'll cross that bridge when we get it. But overall, I do like the airplane mode. It looks really well done. The winglets are nice. The paint overall is pretty good. I'm sure there'll be a sticker sheet for this guy just to make him a little more complete. But as far as he sits right now out of the box, he looks pretty fantastic. I like it. I wish the head was covered up a little bit better. Like this whole panel area could be a little better done. But for the sake of Superion, I'm pretty sure some sacrifices had to be made. So yeah, there is Air Raid all put together. So let's take a look at Slingshot and see how cool he is. And here is Slingshot in all his orange face glory. Another cool bot, around the same height as Air Raid there, but yeah, still pretty cool figure. Does come with two weapons. His little cannons here. They are not Blush compatible or FX compatible that I can think of. I mean, maybe you could slide something over the end here, but who knows? But yeah, good overall figure nonetheless. Let's take these weapons out if I can. They're held in there pretty nice and snug. Alright. So as far as articulation goes, head is on a ball joint. Could look up about that far. Look down about that far just because the way his head is shaped. Arms can go about that high. It does have a 360 joint. Hands can go pretty far into himself just because it has the double swivel here. There is waist articulation. Legs can kick out pretty far and pretty far back, pretty much the whole entire way. Knee is kind of at a 90. Then it starts bumping against his butt there. Really can't help it. He's got a big panels back here. Does have toe articulation. We go about that far in. There is a bit of a knee swivel here. And then, yeah, pretty cool little feature. No waist articulation or anything like that. I'm sure he can pop off just because Superion mode he can, but we're not going to figure that out later. Until later. So yeah, let's get this guy into robot mode. Or airplane mode. Robot mode. He's in robot mode already. What you want to do, bring the arms around, and then you're going to bend these around until they meet up here. Just like that. Do the same thing for the other side. Turn them around, bring them up, turn his head around, and then we're going to put these up, and then we're going to socket them into this peg here. Just like that, and just like that. Be nice and snug. What you want to do next is bring the nose cone down, open up the back of his head. He has a wheel lodged in his head, or if you really want, you can have it as a man bun. I've seen other creators say that, so I'm going to stick with that. He's got a man bun. And then same thing as Air Raid over there. You're going to bring this around on top of his face, and then it's going to tab there, just like that. And then I like to bring his head more in, so it kind of makes it a little bit more flush, makes it less inconspicuous, as you say. And then the next thing is we're going to go with the legs here. We're just going to tab everything in place. Pretty simple transformation. And then we're going to open up the leg panels here. And then we're going to put that inside. We're going to move them in here. I forget the technical word. Accordion. We're going to accordion them in here. And then you're just going to make it flush with the back. Just like that. And then you're going to close these flaps. Peg them into place right there. Just like that. Just like that. His feet, they're just going to go out in the back. Let me line them up real quick here. It came out and done. There we go. Feet are going to go like that. The tail wing here, snap that if it gets loose. It's just going to go down, just like that. And then bring the wing tip here. And then bring this down. And then get the guns. Put them in here. And there we go. We have a nice airplane Eveltal. That's a Pokemon. Well, whatever that jet is that goes up and down. I think that's what it looks like to me. Pretty cool plane mode. It's a little better hidden compared to Air Raid here. As far as the underside goes anyways. You can kind of see more of the robot form is hidden compared to this guy here. So I like him a little bit better. Still kind of cool. Plus he's got his feet hanging out in the bottom. And then he will deploy his wheel here. And then the other wheels are kind of molded in place. They're right here. So he can rest pretty easily on the floor. So yeah, there you have Air Raid and Slingshot. Ready for the rest of the team to come along and combine into Superion. Yeah, pretty cool guys. And there you have these guys all together next to each other, posing like the true posse they are. So yeah, I can't wait to complete this line and get Superion going. I do have Silverbolt pre-order. I did have him pre-ordered, but I was able to find him in store, so I got to cancel my pre-order for him. Along with him, I was able to find Megatronus, which I also pre-ordered, so I will be canceling him as well. So hopefully it's a sign of good things to come that I'm able to find these guys readily available in the stores. And hopefully you guys are able to find these in stores as well as time goes on. A lot of the stores are restocking and reshuffling their shelves. So yeah, one can hope that there really isn't a shortage of figures this year and everybody's able to find what they want and complete what they want. So I thank you guys for watching my video. There'll be more to come down the road. I do have Megatronus along to do the review and the other two primes as well. So please stay tuned, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the flip side. So hope you guys have a good night, take care, and farewell.